is I Married a Bigfoot. I'm the angry dad.
I'm the not so angry mom.
And for those who are first time listeners and all that stuff, we do a podcast. I believe...
Not so much. I'm more of the skeptic.
More skeptic. So we always hash these things out. We watch videos. We watch TV. You know, I love Bigfoot. I love aliens. I love paranormal stuff. I watch it all the time. I fall asleep to it, actually. Almost every day. Yeah, you know, alien abductions before you go to bed. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But in this podcast, we normally talk about video. We show the videos. We also play the video, the audio you can hear. But for those who want to listen, I'm going to put them in the notes. And once I put them in the notes, you guys can go check out the videos for yourselves. But we're just going to commentate on these videos. We're going to talk about this, what we're thinking, what we're feeling, our opinions, all that stuff.
I'm going to point out how ridiculous the videos are.
And I'm going to try to prove as much as I possibly can here to somebody who just doesn't want to believe.
And my completely uneducated self is going to throw out the most logical reasons as to why this is happening and why it's not paranormal.
Well, like I said, I've had my own experiences. I've been out in the world and I've seen some crazy shit. So, you know, I have my reasons for believing. You know.
Yeah, well.
It does go like that. This is what I got to deal with, people. This is what
I got to deal with this.
Before we start, anything interesting this week?
Well, I should be asking you since somebody had a birthday.
That's it. It was my birthday. I'm an old man now, so even older. You know, and it just, you know, no one ever lets it pass by. It's got to be celebrated.
Of course it does.
Yeah. Well,
because you made it one more year.
I made it one more year.
Even with me constantly trying to murder you.
Well, like I said, it was my birthday. I didn't do too much. I got this new hat. For those who don't see it, it's a brand new Oakland hat. You know what I'm saying? I had to represent. And also, too, it looks great. It's a trucker style snapback. Very comfortable, very breathable because my head sweats.
Along with everything else, because you're a Bigfoot.
That's it. It's an ongoing joke for those who don't know. My kids think I'm a Bigfoot. I keep calling myself a Bigfoot. I keep calling them half Bigfoots. And we're just going to roll with it until they no longer want to.
Yeah.
You know. Like I said, we got paranormal videos for you today. These would be like poltergeist or like, you know, it's like I want to say one poltergeist style. And the other one is, you know, if you happen to fucking stir up the pot.
Yeah. So one definitely could be poltergeist or ghost or some type of energy within the house. The other one definitely was brought on by the residents of the house. Yeah. I mean, they kind of admit to it in the video. So now whether or not the video is real. Yeah, whether or not the video is real. Is up for debate. But that's how they labeled the video, that basically they stirred the pot and now they're paying the price for it.
It just, you know, with the horror movies, ghost movies, paranormal movies, you should know not to aggravate shit.
I'm not sure how much I believe and how much I don't. I think a lot of this is nonsense, but I do think there's plenty of stuff that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Even though I don't believe in a lot of it, there's no fucking way in hell that I am going to go egg on a demon, a ghost, a chupacabra. I'm not going to say I can fight it, okay? Like he does sometimes, but I'm not taking that chance. For the chance that there's something out there, that there could be something in this house, that there could be something in any of the spaces that I am at, I am not about to poke that bear.
Well, and that's what people do. People seem to get so brave. Fuck this shit. And then all of a sudden, like, fuck, I fucked up.
I fucked up. How do I fix this? How do I fix this?
And you can't. Because once you open the door, that's it. And then, too, like, when you open the door, a lot of times what you see is they got to go not just to the extreme, but the extreme. I'm talking about they got to go beyond. It was easy to do it, but it ain't easy to fix it.
That door, but you can't, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a hole in a boat. Once that water starts rushing in.
You ain't getting it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny because, like, you know, it just started out as a joke. And then now I'm fucked.
It's not a joke. Even if it is a joke, look, I'm pretending like everything is 100% real.
Well, let's get into the first video. Let me get this one all queued up here.
Okay, so this one I found on TikTok.
Yeah.
So you can see it's a woman.
All right,
okay,
let me get it going. I'm having technical difficulty. That's all. There we go.
So she's in bed. This is she had set up some cameras in the house because they tried to contact her mom who had passed away.
Yeah. It's all night vision.
And then weird stuff started happening in the house. So just right now, if you can see, something fell kind of like out of the windowsill. It probably was her phone or something.
Yeah. Also, too, you can see where the video was trying to activate the person, as it's tracking.
So this is them in their living room. They're watching TV. And if you look just underneath the television, like a remote or something got thrown. And then
the husband reacted.
So he came over to the other side of the room. The mom took the baby out of the room. And then a bunch of other things
and
got
you see an
thrown.
orb. And
there's an orb, all kinds of that crazy stuff. So... How are you feeling about this particular video?
Sometimes with night vision and the way it is, it skews it a little bit. It's not as reactive, but the thing is you can read the people's thoughts and emotions in their in just their movement.
Body language,
they're you know what I'm saying?
Like that, yeah.
Also, people could set themselves up for things, and like in the dark your eyes play tricks, but when something moves, it moves, and it takes force.
It is very clear, and I know you're gonna put the link of the video so you guys can go and watch it for yourself and run it back a couple times if you need to, but you can see where clearly the items that are moving, they're not just moving a little bit like some of the videos where it's just like a slight movement. These things are getting thrown like 3 or 4 feet.
Exactly.
So it's a pretty aggressive entity.
Yeah.
If it is in fact true.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you see things like this, and like I said, that's why we talked about it. People want to make contact. They want to know what's called. Look, a lot of times you see is like ghosts, demons, paranormal, whatever kind of mnemonic thing you see. They always say it disguises itself. You reach out in the ether, you put out that fucking rod, you say I'm right here, sign. Guess what, motherfuckers? It's a demon. It lies. It's gonna cheat. It's gonna fucking do all these things to make you feel susceptible, to make you open up a little bit more, make you
trust it.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden you're communicating. And this shit starts happening. Exactly. And you can't even live in your house.
So, and she's already seemed a little bit more, I don't want to say susceptible, but she was trying to reach her mom who had passed away. So she's vulnerable.
Yeah, she's vulnerable. Yeah, she's more open at the moment.
She's looking for, help from her mom or to make sure her mom's okay or whatever. Yeah. And so they did the Ouija board, I think is what it says in the video. And all the bad stuff started happening. Because you don't know. It's not like you can see it necessarily. Yeah. You don't know who you're contacting.
Yeah, you don't know
you're
what
not
the fuck.
FaceTiming.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't dial a direct number.
You can't tell anything that could come through.
No, anything can come through. And then that's exactly, and that's the thing too, is like that. Like it draws you in. Yes, I am your mom.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, cool. And then you give it more and more fucking power.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you can't live in your fucking house. And then even if you move, it fucking follows you. Yeah, exactly. You always hear attachments, all this stuff. Like I said, you're the one. You did it. You opened that door.
Now you got to go through 100 times more work to try to rid yourself of this thing, and you may never be fully clear. It may always have some little lingering power. Even if it goes away, you're always going to be worried about it.
Yeah.
Like, did something just move? Did something, you're going
to
have that.
Was that
in your back of your mind.
Exactly. You're always going to be on the worry. And that's the thing, though, too, is like, with Ouija boards and stuff like that, a lot of times you always see there's rules. They write, even when you buy a Ouija board, there's rules. I don't understand
why they sell
in a children's store. You know what I'm saying?
It's a child's game.
It's a child's game.
And I see they have an app now.
Don't
download a Ouija board on your
exactly.
phone.
But that's the thing, though, too, is like, like you see people don't even follow the rules. It gives you rules. It tells you what to do, what hoax or not. You know what I'm saying? But people like, what's the first thing you do with a game board? You don't read the fucking rules.
You just
pull it out, whip it out. I seen this on TV.
Yeah.
And the next thing you fucking know, you're haunted.
Yeah.
You got some paranormal. Yeah, you got demons, paranormal. You know what I'm saying? And then it's up to you, like I said, when you got kids, you should already know not to be fucking around, because what's the first thing you do? when you got kids, you're a parent. It's your responsibility to take care of somebody. So guess what?
protect
Don't
them.
be
Yeah.
irresponsible because now they're in a situation that they didn't ask for. You know what I'm saying?
And kids usually, like...
They're way
the ones
open.
that get attacked more.
Exactly.
Supposedly.
Well,
But,
yeah.
you know, from what we see on
What I see on TV, movies,
it's
you know,
always the
paranormal
kids
stuff.
that get
But it's because
messed with more.
they're open. They don't know to shut that part of the brain down. You know what I'm saying? They're more
They
susceptible.
don't know how to ignore it.
Exactly.
Like, oh,
yeah.
I didn't
yeah.
see that. How to
Yeah.
reason it away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so it just lets you know that, like I said, it's just sometimes I'm like, why? Look, I understand you want to hear from your mom. Who wouldn't want to hear from their mom? But the thing is she's passed away. You need to understand that you shouldn't be doing this shit. And like I said, it just...
Because you didn't contact your mom.
Yeah, she didn't contact you.
Yeah.
She didn't reach out and be like, hey, hit me up on the Ouija. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't like...
And if she did, I'd be like,
you know what I'm saying?
Mom, we're going to have to write notes or something because
Exactly.
I'm not about to get that Ouija board
You're not
out.
about to get that Ouija
No
board
way.
out. DM me
Yeah.
on the Ouija. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my God.
Okay, now the validity of the actual video. Do
Well,
you think
the-
it was
the-
real?
the-
Because I have my thoughts. Like, I could go either way on some aspects of it.
Yeah.
But
Well, see, the one thing I always do when you go back and forth is I always look at, could I do that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Because like I said, there's some people that do magic tricks.
Oh, yeah.
On
Oh, yeah.
videos, TikToks, and make all this shit. But the thing is sometimes, like I said, it's not just the people's reactions.
Yeah.
Because people could be the greatest fucking actors in the world. But what it is, do I think I could replicate that easily? Because I always try to put everyone at the same level. I'm fucking handy. I'm fucking like very clever. I'm if I want to do something, I can rig it up. I've always been able to do that.
yeah.
But do I think I could fucking be like and then hide it? And with the thing is with like night vision, it takes away a lot of the color aspects of things. But the thing is the motions that things fell, it had a nice. Like, it was very believable.
It was. I definitely see how it could be replicated. Her phone falling out of the windowsill, that's, an easy kind of like if she had some type of tether on it.
Exactly.
She's moving around while she's sleeping. It could have easily been kind of flung onto the bed. And then the stuff in the living room, there's it's relatively easy to rig, like you said, rig something up, whether it's some type of invisible
fishing twine, fucking,
or some like kids' toys that sometimes will
pop.
So one of the things was a remote from behind the TV. You can't really see what's back there to know if was there some other toy that was gonna that could automatically set it to get pushed out. Or when the husband or the boyfriend walked over to the other room and the stuff started flying towards him, he could have easily been pulling something because you can't really see. He's like off in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it could be relatively easily replicated.
Yes.
The little light anomaly. There's ways to do that, but
the TV was on.
Yeah, the TV was on. Anybody who there could have been somebody like behind where the camera was, or sitting next to it, flashing or something. The guy didn't react in any particular way to make me feel like it was believable. Yeah. But he could have been going and checking another camera.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how many cameras they have set up.
I don't know how many cameras he have, but like I said, it's just
the mom seemed to react kind of how you would expect somebody who was having these types of experiences. Like, let me just get out of this room.
Exactly.
I don't want
grab my kid, get the fuck out.
Yeah. So there are believable aspects of it. But I don't put this video as like holding a whole lot of water just because it's something that could be easily if they wanted to.
Yeah. It's a very short clip. You know what I'm saying? TikToks are usually about a minute. Yeah. So within a minute you can also hide an awful lot, but you can also show an awful lot. Yeah. So, but the thing is like the reactions, the movements. Because like I said, as a dad, he's investigating. He's like, what the fuck? He gets up, he moves. And then as soon as he moves, you can see the orb go across. Yeah. And a lot of times, like when you get flares from cameras and you get flares from a TV, it's more of a blur and not an orb. So that's why it makes me feel it's a little more. Because like I said, a light anomaly, anything can explain it. It's a camera, period. You know what I'm saying? But just the direction it went.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and it didn't look like a bug because a bug kind of keeps it as it moves away, it will get smaller or bigger.
Or the camera will pick up the shape.
Yeah, but it weirdly moved across the wall and almost the same size.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't really get bigger or bigger or smaller. So it would have been a pretty big reflection if somebody was over in the corner, like with a weird mirror or something.
Exactly.
You know, I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying it's stuff that could be.
Oh yeah. No, definitely can be. But like I said, I lean
don't
more
play
towards
with the Ouija boards.
Don't play with the Ouija boards. It's the easiest. You just please pay attention. Please understand. Please learn.
Not a game.
Please listen. That's all we're asking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All right.
Let's move on to the next one.
Let's move on to the next one. All right. Let's see here. As I have more technical difficulties.
That's what this show is. Just technical
difficulty. All right, now this video right here is more of a
around on the internet,
poltergeist style.
Yeah. Father started to notice some weird things going on.
So this little girl, she's playing in a room. She's got some dolls that she's playing with, and then a doll in the corner.
Yeah.
And the dad thought that there was some weird stuff going on. So he circled the doll.
Yeah.
If you just watch it a little bit.
You know, I feel like I've seen this video before. It's been around for a long time. Even though the video said from 3 years ago.
I think it's old. I think it's from 2013.
Yeah, I think it's
or 16.
It said 16, but I feel like it was a little older than that.
I mean, it might be, but it's pretty clear, and then you can see the doll.
Oh yeah, the hair lifts up, the head moves.
Yeah,
you know, and the thing is though too,
it's real subtle.
Real subtle.
You can barely notice it, but the head kind of goes like this.
Yeah.
And then back.
As you see, the doll seems oddly placed, though. That's my only issue with the video.
It does.
Later on, some objects.
All right, now this one is a little better.
Because the first one, the girl didn't even react.
Yeah.
You think it's real or a hoax?
So this little girl, she's coloring in the living room.
Yeah, she's on the table.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why you have a table in front of a TV, in front of a couch.
Hey, whatever floats your boat. However you want to design your house.
You know, I guess. But it goes. And like I said, I like the clarity of this video.
It's very clear.
Yeah.
And then the papers start flying, and the little girl runs away.
It gives her a second too. It has to sink in.
She's like, "What just happened?"
Yeah.
She didn't just automatically like see it and bolt.
Yeah.
Because she had to try to figure out like what she had to process it for a second, which makes it more believable to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what I would do. I would sit there and be like, "What did I just see?"
Exactly. And the thing too is like.
And then
it keeps going.
It keeps going.
And then she came back in to double check, and that's when it happened.
Yeah.
And see,
it's knocking a bunch of stuff over. It's not just the paper.
And everything's in plain view too. Mm-hmm. You can hear everything falling right here. This is all the movements it's making.
And and they're moving the entire table.
Yeah.
So this one, with the little girl's reaction and how stuff moved around, I feel like it's a little bit more believable to me. Papers can be flown off with, air.
Yeah.
So if he had like a strong fan or something like that, that's pretty easy. But there was nothing else that was really swaying in the background necessarily. The little girl's hair wasn't really moving. You couldn't really see anything else. I think there's curtains that didn't really seem to move.
Budge. You would hear a blower or a fan too. That's the thing too.
Yeah,
like, you can hear even some kind of compressed air. Yeah,
you can hear everything.
Very
super
clear.
All
clear.
The pencils and crayons
moving.
falling on the ground and getting moved.
You can hear the static in the actual background because there's no noise, so you're just getting that white noise effect.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. And like I said, whatever kind of camera they were using, like it looks pretty new. You know what I'm saying? Because it's pretty crystal clear. And it's just showing like, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? So.
And the girl's reaction seemed like how probably I would.
Yeah,
react.
exactly. You're like, huh?
What?
Like, huh? What?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, the paper starts going up, and it's always to her reaction too.
Yeah. As soon as she comes kind of back and is looking, that's when it starts back up.
Exactly. So let me just double check. I just didn't see something, right? And then. Holy shit!
And then
get
everything
the fuck
off
out
the table gets
everything
thrown
off the table.
all over the place. Obviously, that could be recreated, some aspects of it. But all of it together, I think, would be really hard with how the video is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
especially with the sound,
Yeah.
And that's the thing, though, too, is like with the higher def cameras that people use, and sometimes emotions look fake.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's because of the clarity. And the thing is, with the clarity that it shows in this video, you can literally see, like I said, things just don't shoot off. They kind of pick up and then move. They kind of hop and then move, not just fucking.
It's not like someone's pulling it on a string and the bottom is coming out. It's kind of like you said. It's toppling over and then coming over, or it's being pushed.
Yep.
So it's weird. I mean, I'm sure somebody could do it, but it would take a lot of trial runs.
Oh, it would take well, people have time and effort to fix stuff like that. The thing is, though, like I said, the reaction from the girl, just the way things toppled over.
Everything together kind of was like, okay, maybe this one's legit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like I said, I didn't really care for the first one. Like I said, I've seen it so many times with the doll head turning. And the thing is like just the placement of the doll looks a little funky to me.
Yeah, like I almost feel like I said, if they had tied something to the pigtail and then like pulled it up, like maybe that's how it could have been recreated. But it was so subtle, you know. I don't know. They could have even gone and done a little bit of editing just a slight turn. But the second part of the video. Yeah. With all that stuff flying everywhere, I think that would be really that's pretty difficult for somebody like me. Like, I could probably figure out some of it, but I feel like it wouldn't look like that.
Yeah, no, I would not. I know I couldn't do that one. But, you know, it looked pretty good. I thought it was pretty good, so. Yeah. You know, like I said, it's just crazy.
I mean, if it is fake, they need to get into the movies.
Yeah, you have big time. Effects. Yeah, big time practical effects. You know what I'm saying? Start to get paid them big bucks. Yeah. You know, and this thing too is like with poltergeists and stuff like that. You always see that they're manifested by problems. They're manifested by issues. And like I said, I'm just taking this one as a poltergeist because of the way things were moving. And you know, and
it seems to be only around the little girl. I mean, but
well, I don't even know if that's the same little girl. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought it was.
I don't know.
The same little girl.
Well, it just seems like two different video types. And then from being 2016, that video showing it was from 2016 too. So, like I said, it's just the clarity of it kind of made me feel like it wasn't the same girl.
Yeah, it could have been a totally different girl.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know. The two videos are together, so you know, all we can do is assume. Mm-hmm. But like I said, with poltergeist is like it's brought on by psychic kinetic energy, you know what I'm saying? Which it comes back to kids being more open, kids, you know, when you hear about psychic kinetic energy and they use that to manifest themselves, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's from some kind of trauma or because, you know, some of the psychic stress, anxiety, depression,
you know what I'm saying? Have a kind of an open connection.
Exactly.
And it just gets escalated.
Yeah, it escalates.
Because of, you know, stress in the kids or, you know, whatever it is.
And this is from me understanding, watching every paranormal show,
and this is
paranormal movie, paranormal, you know, this is all the jargon that they speak of and they talk about. Like I said, I'm not educated
he's got a PhD.
In TV. Yeah. All right? Okay? You know what I'm saying? Docu-series. Yeah. Fucking, you know, these mini-series, these shows, these paranormal, like I said, these psychics, come on, I'm just regurgitating the mumbo-jumbo they say. Yeah. And it just seems to make sense. Like I said, when 2 + 2 = 4.
Well, I mean, from what is that show, The Dead Files?
Yeah.
That's the one that they explain a lot of these different type of phenomena.
Yeah, exactly. And
so
like
that's
how it's gathered up. And exactly. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying, though. That's just coming from psychics. That's coming from the scientists. That's coming from the people who study this. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I've seen enough TV. You know what I'm saying?
Play one on TV.
I can play one on TV. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express once. But, you know, but that all being said, we actually have our video from the news.
Yeah, our weekly news update.
News
Paranormal
update.
in the news.
Paranormal in the news. All right. This one comes from, I think it's Hayden, New York. Somewhere. All right. And this is...
Hudson Valley.
Hudson Valley.
So this is on their News 12.
Yeah.
Their main news station.
Yeah, their news station out there. Picture of a Bigfoot.
A Bigfoot right here in the Hudson Valley. News 12
found a Bigfoot.
Has that story.
No. She was attacked.
Yeah, so it had to have been... I mean, they didn't find it, but she reports of her being attacked.
Yeah. Sounds like a Bigfoot call, but also sounds like the people from TV.
Sound of the creature known as Bigfoot.
Sounds like a warning alarm.
Yeah.
Gail Beatty, the Hudson Valley's lead researcher of Bigfoot, says a woman
New York Bigfoot.
She's a Bigfoot specialist.
Told her she had a violent encounter with the mysterious creature.
Violent encounter.
On July 2nd.
What were you doing in New York?
You know?
Attacking women. I don't appreciate that.
I was on vacation. I gotta make a site here so often.
I told you can't be out there.
And then
the creature jumped up in the tree above her, and branches and leaves started falling on her, and then the creature started to move from tree to tree.
From tree to tree.
It was terrifying.
You know, the
This team
weird
and
thing
others
about
have
this
submitted
video
photos like this.
is
Large
we're getting
footprints
it
found in parts of the Hudson
secondhand
Valley.
from
Large, hairy
somebody that,
figures
like,
in the
Yeah.
distance.
somebody
And
told
videos
her,
capturing
this Bigfoot
mysterious
specialist,
sound.
Yeah.
that this happened to her.
Yeah.
So she's explaining something that she didn't even experience.
Yeah.
After hearing all this,
I don't know.
do you
It just
believe in
Okay.
Bigfoot?
Now, listen to what. Okay. Like I said, I'm a firm believer in Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna call Croc on this because
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, everything in this video has nothing to do with the case that happened. All these are sounds that someone recorded. This is all videos and pictures someone showed. So this has nothing to do with what happened.
There's no evidence to what happened.
No,
Now,
there's no evidence what happened. It's just this
Somebody's account.
someone's account.
It's not even firsthand. It's secondhand.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this lady told the Bigfoot
Yeah.
researcher
Yeah.
about her experience.
Yeah.
And we don't even hear from the lady that it happened
Exactly.
to. We can't tell if that lady is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't. This is barely long enough to
Well-
tell if the lady who's saying this is crazy.
Well, no, this is what I'm gonna tell you. All right, she said to Bigfoot, they said estimated between 6 to 7 feet. All right, I'm 6'5", so I'm right in the middle. All right,
he was out there. I told you he was out there.
All right, like I'm almost 300 pounds, and a Bigfoot to the weight proportion due to size between being 6 foot, 7 foot is going to be about 400 to 500 pounds. All right, basically that's just what it is. And then the Bigfoot not just jumped from the floor to a tree
And tree to tree.
and tree to tree.
Is that normal Bigfoot
But
behavior?
look, it's not being normal Bigfoot behavior because Bigfoots are going to do what Bigfoots do. But the thing is I don't see a 500-pound animal jumping up into a tree and then jumping. Gorillas don't jump into the trees like the monkeys and like all those small ones. You know, they go up in the trees.
They jump.
You know what I'm
tree
saying?
too.
But that's the thing, too, is like let's say like a regular chimpanzee, yes, in the tree. But when they get into a tree, you know, they're not jumping from tree to tree. They're climbing up the tree and then they're walking across and a chimpanzee is going to be about not 400 pounds. They'd probably be around, like about 300 pounds at one of the biggest.
The biggest, right? Yeah.
At the biggest. So, and then you add a couple of more 100 pounds on top of that, trying to.
And I don't know what type of trees are in the Hudson Valley.
I don't either.
A tree to be able to hold 500 pound jumping on it, which is more weight when it's actually the impact.
Exactly.
That has to be a pretty massive tree.
No, it's a very massive tree. You know what I'm saying? And it's reports like these. Like I said, Bigfoot ones like this is usually a fluff piece. It's something to catch the eye. We need something to fill in.
We need to not report on murders and stuff
or whatever
for
the
so
fuck.
long.
Yeah, whatever the fuck's going on.
Let's add a little sweetness to our our reporting tonight.
It's shit like this that I'm like, people need to step up the game when they're reporting on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you have a secondhand account, you know what I'm saying? At least you could have got the video. The lady from like I said, you can hear so much from a voice. You can hear so much from, words being spoke. They could have had her blacked out, said whatever piece she needed to say, and it'd be okay. But no, they're like, no, this.
Is she alive? Is she okay? Is she in the hospital?
Exactly.
Maybe she could.
And to hear her own words, because like I said, when someone tells a story,
by a Bigfoot.
yeah, when you tell a story to another person, that story changes. Mm-hmm. But if you get the story from from that person over and over and over, it's the exact same story.
Well,
it's a little more believable.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But like you said, it would change. If I tell you a story, it's your interpretation of that story that's how you're going to relay it to the next person.
Exactly.
So we don't know what the original person said.
we don't know at all.
We only know what the person who actually did the report is saying what happened and what she heard from the other lady.
Exactly.
So it's just...
Yeah.
It's way too diluted.
Yeah, it's way too diluted. And on top of it, adding all the extra in. Because like I said, that sound wasn't even from the incident. That those pictures weren't from the incident. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand.
Just a bunch of B-roll
Yeah, exactly.
stuff,
A whole bunch of B-roll stuff. Like, we need to add in and make this segment a little longer. So here, this is what we're doing.
We need to give somebody something to look at while we talk about nonsense.
Exactly. So
Bigfoot T-shirts, a Bigfoot cutout, leaves, all that kind of stuff.
A little tree fonder in there. You know, like, oh, look at it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know if that was in even the area. It could have been in the parking lot of the fucking area. It's like.
So let me zoom in on this leaf real quick.
You know, and like I said,
Bigfoot's hide in between the leaves.
in between the leaves.
But yeah, it's It's nonsense.
Yeah,
And
like I
that
said.
just happened on what, the 24th?
Yeah,
July.
no, the 14th. I think it was the 14th. I think
Yeah.
it said the 14th.
Well, sometime in July.
So that
Within
it's
a week or so.
yeah, exactly. It's pretty recent in the news. So, you know, like I said, I'm gonna call a little BS on that because it's like you could have got a little, you could have dug a little better, even though the news ain't going to. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like I said, it's just, you know, when you cut and edit, and sometimes it really fucking brings down the fucking community. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It's the fucking news. What do you fucking say? Fake news.
Fake news.
Needs to report the real news.
The real Bigfoot.
The real Bigfoot news. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
We appreciate
To our
it.
nonsense.
To our nonsense. Make sure if you have an experience, you have a video, you see something, you want to hear us talk about it, send it to us. Email it to us, DM us, all that good stuff, all our information, our links, email, everything in the bottom, in the notes.
Yeah. And let us know what you think about those videos. Tell me how wrong I am.
Tell me how right I am. So thank you guys for listening. This is I'm Married A Bigfoot. We will see you on the next one.
Bye.